Here's how to trim layers on long hair. And this is great when you're trying to grow your hair out. So start by cutting your guide in the center front, and then take your first diagonal back subsection. Stand at the corner of the eye, and then cut a long vertical line. So the idea here is that you're holding the hair low so you're not building a lot of extra layers, and you're just trimming the perimeter of the face frame. We don't want to elevate that hair because we'll probably cut a lot of the weight out, and that won't really help with growing it out. But we're just stabilizing the ends onto our fingers and then cutting the line freehand, just making sure it's a super long angle from short to long. After two subsections, I moved on to the other side just to help with creating symmetry. So you don't want to go too far on one side and then try to work your way back because it can be really hard to get symmetry. But the tip here is just to stand at the same place, just on the opposite side, and try to mimic the same cutting angle. Now you can move on to the back, and you'll just start by cutting your length. Pull the ends to the side while cutting to create a slight U shape. And then if you want, you can layer a little bit at the bottom, but just try not to lift the hair super high because what that's going to end up doing is only leave the shorter layers on top for you to cut. So everything should be at a low elevation, and you can see if there are short layers, you don't have to cut them, just let them grow. Just repeat on the other side, and once you've finished doing both sides, you can just trim the very center bottom to make sure it's all even. And don't forget to use heat protection before blow drying your hair, because you don't want to trim those ends and then just damage them all over again. Once the hair's dry, you can go ahead and do any point cutting or personalizing, like if you need to remove weight. But remember, if you're trying to grow the hair out, it's best just to trim the hair and try to focus on keeping it healthy rather than altering the shape too much. So I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.